Hello, this is Jesse from Deep South Beekeeping and more. It's February the 9th here in Southwest Alabama. It's 76 degrees. It's after 5 p.m. in the afternoon. And for the next several days, we're going to have very warm weather. When I went to the apiary this morning, the bees were very active and they were pulling in a light green pollen. So it may seem a little early, but I caught my first swarm on March the 12th of last year. So that's about a month away. So the bees are preparing now to swarm. So I'm going to go ahead and put out the swarm traps. So I wanted to show you a little bit about how I do it. I've been very successful. I have 6 traps and I usually catch at least 1 swarm in each trap every year. But I'm going to start by showing you how I built and set up my swarm trap. The traps are 12¼ inches wide, 16 inches tall. Of course, the length is the length of a deep frame, just under 20 inches. With a deep frame being a little over 9 inches, that leaves several inches at the bottom of open space. That open space at the bottom gives the bees a sense of it being roomy. I have never failed to catch a swarm every year in this particular trap, and my others built just like it. So I'd highly recommend it. I don't put them high in the tree like some do, but I still catch swarms. Notice the entrance here. I drilled that at an upward angle to keep the rain out. Of course, there's some small holes drilled in the bottom of this trap in case a little water does get in, that it will drain the water. Telescoping lid. I use roll aluminum flashing so that so the wood will not absorb any water, and it should last for years. I build these traps with 7 frames. Now, I didn't have a whole lot of brood comb. Probably the more you have, the better. But I didn't lose any hives over the winter, so I don't have a lot of brood comb to spare. So I have enough to have a few pieces of brood comb for each of my 6 traps. I started on the very end with a new piece of wax foundation. And then I had a fairly nasty piece of just old comb. Actually still has a little honey in it. They'll clean that up in a hurry. And a nice piece of frame of old brood comb. After that, I put another full sheet of wax foundation. And then I have 3 full frames with just a starter strip on them. Now that's going to give the bees a sense of having a lot of room in this swarm trap. This Swarm Commander is good stuff. In fact, you can overuse it though. You can use too much. I have found when you use too much, I have a theory, on this particular trap in this location, I think I've used a little too much in past years, and sometimes the swarm won't go in. They will actually accumulate on the outside. Last year I had to do that. I had to scrape the hive or scrape the swarm off the bottom. They actually started making comb, and I had to put it into this swarm trap. And they stayed. I got the queen with it. They stayed. But that's not ideal to have to take your swarm and put it inside the trap. So this year I'm going to ease back on what I put in these hives. I think it was too strong. This is fresh spray. I ordered it early in the year. I'm going to put 1 spray. And that's all I'm going to do. Now, I do something else different that you may not see a lot of folks do. And I'll show you that as I get into this. Hang your swarm trap where it can get the morning sun. The sun will rise in that direction to the east. I have this entrance pointed in a southeast direction. I have found that to work very well. Now, I'm going to hang it there on the bolt, and then I'm going to strap it with a ratchet strap. But first, I'm going to make sure that the trap is as level as possible. Just going to eyeball it. cinch it down to keep bad weather from blowing it off. Ensure the trap is as level as possible. I'm going to eyeball it vertically, and I'm going to eyeball it horizontally. Okay, the trap is level. I'm going to make sure that my frames didn't move about while I was moving this. I'm going to shove them all to the back side. Always secure my lids. I'm going to use one more spray of Swarm Commander at the entrance. That's it. I'm also going to use a drop or two of lemongrass oil on the outside. That will bring them in. And I have another trick up my sleeve that's worked well for me. I build a feeder, a one-to-one sugar water feeder into my swarm traps. I'm not going to feed them much, but it'll sure get the foragers coming. And the scouts are going to know where my swarm traps are because they've been here before. I won't do that very much, but I have some one-to-one sugar water here. It's got a little bit of pollen substitute in it and a little bit of Honeybee Healthy, just a little tad of feeding stimulant from Honeybee Healthy. I also put about 2 drops of lemongrass oil into a ½ gallon, and that's where this came from. Now, you can see my feeder. I've got 2 of the holes blocked. I just have one tiny hole because I'm not interested in feeding them. I'm just interested in the bees coming here. And I have found this to work very well. With all the tips I've showed you, I catch swarms in every trap every year. Sometimes multiple swarms if I put the trap out very fast, take it home and give the swarm a new hive and put it back out. So I fully expect to catch at least 6 swarms this year. And that's going to be in addition to the splits that I make. And my apiary is as large as I really want it to be. So I'll probably end up selling some splits and even selling some swarms that I catch. I have built a feeder into the back of this swarm trap. This is an entrance feeder. I just adapted it. I cut a hole in my swarm trap and put it in there, but you could just as easily, if you were using, say, a 10-frame box as a swarm trap, you could just slide that into the entrance. And I have a couple of swarm traps that I do that with. And I have a little cover here to keep the sun directly off the sugar water. I hope this video was helpful to you. If it was, please hit like and subscribe. This is Jesse with Deep South Beekeeping and more. I'll see you on the next video.